We all remember the story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears, where each bear had a particular way they wanted their porridge. Mama wanted it served hot, Papa wanted it cold, and Baby Bear wanted it just right. But did you ever stop to think about their poor chef trying to make meals to fit each bear's liking? What if the bear's family grew by the hundreds, even thousands? Much like a chef, the average PEO has hundreds of report requests they need to fulfill each pay period. Each manager and executive has a particular way they want to see their data in order for it to make sense to them. And even a report that's seemingly the same can be asked for in many different formats. Some require more information, others aren't permitted to see particular details, departments, or employees, and the list goes on. So what if we told you there was a way for clients to get the reports they need in the format they want, each pay period with minimal effort required by the PEO? ezWEB's powerful report writer does just that. The easy-to-use interface allows PEOs to essentially create report recipes, specifying the data and format required. From there, ezWEB automatically pulls all the ingredients together from payroll and creates the report in precisely the right format. Then the client can filter and group the report to get the exact answers they're looking for within seconds, making their report just right. Want to see how simple report writing can be with ezWEB? We'll show you. Imagine a company named Bella's Property Management, whose finance manager, James, wants to reconcile the company's self-funded retirement plan using a deductions report provided by his PEO. Let's see how easily we can create this report for him using ezWEB. We begin writing the report by clicking New. Then we add the title of the report at the top of the page. Now it's time to begin creating the report. We recommend making a quick outline of the fields you need beforehand so that you can be sure no important information is left out. For example, in a deductions report, you'll need the employees' names, the types of deductions, and the deduction amount. Another field that may be useful to have on this type of report is the check date. So let's begin adding these fields to the report. The report writer makes it easy to find the fields we're looking for by sorting the tables into categories called sources. The table listing the employee's name, for example, would be found under the employee data source. Next, we click to highlight the name of the field and then move it to the selected fields list. This process is repeated until all the necessary fields are added to the report. We can quickly change the order of the fields on the report by highlighting a field and clicking on the arrows to move it up or down. At this point, we could click Done and the report would generate. However, there are a few more customizations we want to make before we finish. Let's click on the Filters tab and choose how we want the report to display the information. Here we have the option to create static and quick filters for the report. Since James wants to use this report to reconcile his company's retirement fund, we would select the deduction code field from the drop-down list and pick the statement that best describes how we want to filter this field. In this case, we want to restrict the value specifically to 401k so that when the report is opened, it will only show this employee deduction. We can also use quick filters to allow the client to dynamically change the results of his report on the fly. For example, if James wants to be able to change the date range every time he looks at the report, we would select Check Date from the field list, choose the appropriate filter statement, and check the box to filter the values dynamically. Now let's click on the Format tab. Here you can change the appearance and behaviors of the fields. For instance, we can change the names of our fields or hide certain fields from appearing on the report. This is helpful if we want to filter the report using a particular field but don't want it to clutter the report once it's generated. The Format tab is also where you can do things such as set fields to be groupable or give a total at the bottom of the report if the field is numerical. Now let's click Done and see what our report looks like. As you can see, our report only has 401k data, and by changing the dates on the quick filter at the top of the report, James can quickly make this a year-to-date report. If he wants to know the total amounts each employee has contributed for the year, he would group the report by employee name. And should he choose to download this report, he can select between PDF, Excel, or CSV. Now you've seen how easy it is to create reports from scratch using ezWEB's report writer. But it gets even better. Many of the reports clients regularly request are already built into the system. What's more, these reports can easily be tweaked to provide the client with the exact answers they're looking for. So let's create that same 401k deductions report using the version ezWEB already has in the system. First, we'll select the report and click Copy. Then rename the report and click on the Filters tab. Here we can add and remove filters to make the report resemble the previous report created. Then we could change the format of the fields if needed, and assign where we would like the report to show up in James's menu. And that's it! We've just created the same report in an even shorter amount of time. So now you've seen how easy it is to generate reports using ezWEB's report writer. Whether you're making a report for one or many, you can rest assured it can be done quickly and easily. And because clients have the power to make reports just right for them, they can easily find the answers they need without the trouble of having to make another report request. The reports you need, in the format you want, each pay period, that's the power of ezWEB.